Mantras of our Divine Mother, date 29th December. Our Divine Mother says we must know how to depend for everything and in everything on the Divine. He alone can surmount all difficulties. With my blessing, says our Divine Mother. Words of our Divine Mother from the collective works of our Divine Mother, Volume 13, topic Comfort and Happiness. Our Divine Mother says each one carries his capacity of happiness in himself, but I am convinced that those who cannot be happy here can be happy nowhere. Our Divine Mother says people must be happy where they are, when they are. Otherwise, they cannot have the full advantage of the exceptional opportunity. Our Divine Mother says, I am always happy to receive and to help those who wish for harmony and conciliation and are ready to correct their mistakes and to progress. But I can be of no help to those who throw all the blame on the others, for they are inapt to see the truth and to act accordingly. But it goes without saying that those who are here and are ready to face some difficulties in order to remain here will always be welcome. Our Divine Mother says, you have answered the trustful welcome given to you by an arrogant and uncomprehending attitude, judging everything from the viewpoint of an ignorant and presumptuous morality, which could only alienate from you the sympathy so spontaneously extended to you as to all those who come here in quest of the spiritual life. But in order to profit by one's stay here, a minimum of mental humility and generosity of soul is indispensable. Our Divine Mother says, people who feel miserable here and find that they have not the comfort they require ought not to stay. We are not in a position to do more than we do, and after all, our aim is not to give to people a comfortable life, but to prepare them for a divine life, which is quite a different affair. The reason for people to come and settle here is surely not to find comfort and luxury. This can be found anywhere if one is lucky enough. But what one can get here that is not got in any other place, it is the Divine's love, grace and care. It is when this is forgotten or disregarded that people begin to feel miserable here. Indeed, whenever somebody feels unhappy and discontented at it, can be taken as a sure sign that he is running or turning his back on what the Divine is always giving, and that he has gone astray in pursuit of worldly satisfaction. A Divine Mother says, in spite of what the ignorant men believe, it is the inner vibrations that are responsible for the exterior events. Most of the people who live in the ashram forget too easily that they are not here to live a quiet and pleasant life, but to do sadhana. And for doing sadhana, a certain control upon one's inner movements is indispensable. It is only those who have come for sadhana and really do sadhana who can be happy and satisfied here. The others have constant trouble because their desires are not yet satisfied. Our Divine Mother says, if you want to be happy here, you must come with the will to do the yoga of self-perfection. For if you do not come for that, you will be shocked at every moment by things that are contrary to your habits and to the principles of ordinary life, and it will not be possible for you to stay here because these things are necessary for the work and organization here and cannot be changed. Our Divine Mother says, we are not here to make our life easy and comfortable. We are here to find the divine, to become the divine, to manifest the divine. What happens to us is the divine's business. It is not our concern. The divine knows better than we do what is good for the progress of the world and of ourselves. Here, sensibleness is indispensable, and the integral yoga is based on balance, calm, and peace, and not on an unhealthy need to suffer. Our Divine Mother says, Sri Aurobindo said that the physical was to be taken into the yoga and not rejected or neglected. And almost all here thought they were doing yoga in the physical and fell a prey to the physical needs and desires. To speak frankly, I like better that mistake than that of the so-called aces who are full of contempt, bad will, and scornful feelings for others. No time to say all that could be said on the subject, says our Divine Mother. Next topic, finance and economy. Our Divine Mother says, first of all, from the financial point of view, the principle on which our action is based is the following. Money is not meant to make money. This idea that money must make money is a falsehood and a perversion. Money is meant to increase the wealth, the prosperity. Money is meant to increase the wealth, the prosperity, and the productiveness of a group, of a country, or better, of the whole earth. Money is a means, a force, a power, and not an end in itself. And like all forces, all powers, it is by movement and circulation that it grows and increases its power, not by accumulation and stagnation. Our Divine Mother says, what we are attempting here is to prove to the world by giving it a concrete example that by inner psychological realization and outer organization, a world can be created where most of the causes of the human misery will be abolished. Question by a sadhak to the Divine Mother. A friend wishes to collect money for you. He says he will be very much help if you write for him a statement about approaching people for monetary help. For this, a Divine Mother says, I am not in the habit of writing for money from anybody. If people do not feel that it is for them a greater opportunity and grace to be able to give their money for the Divine's cause, money is needed for the work. Money is bound to come. As for who will have the privilege of giving it, that remains to be seen. Our Divine Mother says, the money is not mine. The money belongs to the ashram, and the ashram does not lend money. Also, it cannot favor so particularly someone, especially when this person has not been too faithful to the ashram. Our Divine Mother says, you must know that you will have to coordinate in its most material and exterior form. Is not merely an industry or a group of industries, not a department in an administration, nor a service in a state, but a small world in miniature containing potentially all the possibilities of a human collectivity, plus new and yet unknown potentialities, possibilities still latent and waiting for manifestation. You will find already an embryo of organization which has for its center of coordination the symbol of the divine presence, representing the one supreme master of the universe. For here all works are dedicated to the Lord, the one who is all, contains all, and all works are done not for a personal profit but as an offering of love. For here the only power we can dispose of is the power of love, and I am here simply as a symbol and a messenger to guide and unite the efforts. But practically, if we were a little less short of funds, many difficulties would be wiped off. We have to be careful about our expenditure. Because of that, many useful things are not done. So, if you could find one person or more who might be interested in the enterprise rather the adventure, for it is nothing short of the creation of a new world, and if they were ready to help financially by gift or loan, it would enable us to move more promptly and completely in our endeavor. This is the situation in brief. If you want more details, they can be given, but it is a great mistake to believe that I would agree to the unselfish movement of some people only to satisfy the demands of those who remain selfish and full of desires. The time of egoistic greed is over. Each one will have to share in the effort towards the economy. In view of the present circumstances in India, where the difficulties of supplies and transports have not diminished, I am obliged to request the inmates to be very careful to avoid all waste of any kind of foodstuff, especially of the foodstuff or any material. So many people are lacking the most indispensable requirements of life. When money is missing, it must be replaced by the immense effort of goodwill and organization. It is that effort that I am asking for, a triumph over Thomas and lazy indifference. I don't want anybody to give up, but I want everyone to surpass himself. These are the words of our Divine Mother.